Hello, this is Curly Ellis coming to you from the World Apostolic Church of Christ. And I want to come to you today because, as you've noticed, if you've been keeping up with any of my social media accounts, I've been pretty pretty much campaigning for Africa and fundraising for Africa for the last maybe a month or so. But this has been something that has been near and dear to my heart. I spent pretty much the last year in Africa working with missionaries and working under a missionary program. And one of the things that as I worked in their program, we were able to reach the people of the different countries, Zimbabwe, Botswana, uh, South Africa. But now our focus has shifted to Zambia and the surrounding countries. And the thing that I've noticed with African missionary work is that it is truly a sacrifice, it's truly an honorable calling. But I think that missionary work hasn't really evolved since the days of colonization. And the days of colonization, it was a kind of a destructive atmosphere, as there were some positives also. But one of the things is that colonization destroyed a lot of African communities and culture while also giving them the uh, tools of the gospel, even under a atmosphere that probably wasn't conducive to bringing out the best in people. I think that anytime that you're bringing the gospel to any culture, you want to create a sense of balance, and that's something that, as I worked in the missionary field, I felt was lacking in some ways. I feel that there needs to be a new direction in the way that we work as missionaries in the field. I think that we need to work towards more empowerment. Yes, we are teaching servitude, but empowerment is produced a unbalanced type of atmosphere in Africa. And I want to see people that actually are built to succeed. And that means equipping them with everything that they have need of, including skills. I think so often we just want to encourage people to attend service, but you also want to make a difference in the country, in the community, in the people, that they don't have to become simply people who exist or wait for someone to give aid. Our focus is going to be on teaching HIV prevention, bringing clean water to the communities that we're going to be serving in. We also want to build educational centers, technical educational centers that give the people skills. Um, One of the things about Africa is that in it is very different. This is elementary, but it's very different from America in the fact of in America there's all these fast food jobs, and in Africa there are those jobs, but they're not as plentiful, and there sure aren't. They don't pay well, and so we wanted to do is create a program that educates the African people from the time that they enter school to enter into a technical phase before they graduate. Give them a skill. We want to encourage teachers and corporate entities here in this country to give to this program so that we can implement it and help people graduate with a skill, whether it be nursing, whether it be um, engineering. Teaching, those skills is going to really make a difference in that country. And also, if you know anything about the African educational system, in some areas there is just so much usury and so much abuse, sexual exploitation, embezzlement that goes along. And we want to make sure that we create an atmosphere that is free of those negative situations. So when you give, we'll have accounting of what we spend and how we spend it, and we're also investing in some of the houses of worship there, so that those people have rules and they have seating and they have walls, but also that it's in connection with the school. We want to connect church and school. So this is a totally new direction when it comes to mission work, connecting a school with a house of faith, so that those people have in that one area, they can go to school, they can get a technical skill, and they can go to a house of worship, all in the same vicinity. We're going to start this program off in Zambia, and we wanted to spread all over Africa. That's my hope, and then other places in the world will expand to, hopefully within the next few years. But this is new direction. I don't think the church has explored how they can make a difference in the social fabric of Africa. Rather, we've simply settled for producing people that go to houses of worship with no expectation of it changing their lives. We don't want people that to just feel that we're just offering them scriptures with no concern about their lives out when they leave the houses of worship. There's that all of a sudden God's arm does not stretch past those walls. As a matter of fact, we want them to know that the short amount of time they spend in the house of worship, God wants to spend all of that time molding and shaping them and really empowering them to be better and to achieve. So we're looking at this program is something totally new. We're calling it Repair Africa. There's been a lot of damage done in Africa from a number of standpoints, but culturally and spiritually, we want to build, we want to repair Africa. So I really do pray that you're touched to give. I hope that you're touched to invest. And I hope that you would reach out. If you have questions about this program, please reach out to me at on WhatsApp, +1 832 216 0632. You can reach me at my long email address, ellis19741223 @gmail.com. I know that's long, but hey. Also, you can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on X, formerly known as Twitter. You can reach me on all those platforms. But this is the new model for missionary work in different places of the world. Empower, educate, encourage. That's the three E's. And that's what we want to do. We want to change the world. We want a world-changing gospel, not just a gospel that's confined, but a gospel that changes atmospheres, repairs culture, and brings hope and empowerment to the people. God bless you. Bye-bye.